What up everyone, my name is Leo aka Bearded Poker, and picking up from the last vlog, we fly from Vegas all the way to Los Angeles, California to head to Hustlers Casino for the Lex and Wolf meetup game. Tons of action to be had, and on top of all that, we get into the mix with none other than Wolfgang Poker, and we get into an all-in situation, so definitely stay tuned till the end. Alrighty, let's get into the vlog. First hand of the Lex and Wolf meetup game, and we get dealt pocket eights in middle position. After it folds to me, I raise it to $15, and I only get one caller from the big blind. Going heads up in position to a flop of King 7-4. We were looking for the opportunity to set mine, and it looks like we didn't find any gold whatsoever. There always seems to be an overcard to our middling and low pairs. But after it checks to me, I decided to take my free turn card and check behind. When my opponent checks to me, even though there is another overcard to our pair, I decide I'm gonna bluff at this, see if we can take this pot down right now. And if we get check raise, I can easily get away from it and fold. So I throw out a bet of $20, and sure enough, that does the trick. Our opponent folds and we take the pot down. On to the next one. We have pocket nines in the small blind. There is an under the gun straddle to $6, and believe it or not, it folds all the way to me. I make it $17 to go, and the straddler makes the call. Going heads up to the flop of 8-5-9. Boom, baby, we hit top set. However, there is a flush draw out there, as well as some possible straight draws. So I make a bet of $20, and he pretty quickly folds. Alrighty, on to the next one. Next hand here, we have King Queen offsuit in the big blind. Under the gun, 1 raises it to $15. Small blind makes the call, and I go ahead and call as well, going 3 ways to a flop, looking to see if we can hit this board in any way. And the flop comes out 6-5-4. Gross. All we have are 2 overs. To make matters worse, small blind leads for $45. That's an interesting sizing. Quite a big bet. I don't have much information on this opponent as this is barely my third hand in. So I decided on a fold, and so does the under the gun 1 opponent. Not much happening right now. People are playing very tight. No action is to be had here, but don't worry. All of that will change very soon. On to the next one. Next hand up, we have King Jack offsuit in the under the gun position. I make it $15 to go. Only middle position makes the call. Heads up to a flop of 10-7 deuce with 2 spades. I check for pot control here. I don't want to bloat this pot, and sure enough, he leads out for $20. I go ahead and peel, see if we can improve on the turn. The turn comes to 7 of diamonds. This does put 2 flush draws out on the board, and we only hold the jack of diamonds in our hand. I check once again to our opponent. He tanks for a bit and leads for $25. This screams value, so we go ahead and fold our hand and pick a better spot. On to the next one. The next 2 hands coming up, we don't even make it past pre-flop. In this hand, I have ace queen offsuit in the cutoff. There is an under the gun straddle to $6. Folds all the way to middle position. He makes the call. Low jack makes the call. High jack makes the call. Well, I'm definitely not making a call here. I'm gonna 3-bet this. I make it $45 to go, and one by one, they all fold. So we make a quick little $29 under 5 minutes. You'll hear no complaints from me. On to the next one. This is the second hand of the 2 hands that don't make it past pre-flop, and it is Ace King, aka Big Slick, and we're on the button. Once again, there is an under the gun straddle to $6. Middle position this time raises to 30. Hijack makes the call, and I 3-bet once again, but for $100 this time. I want to apply a lot more pressure on these guys, and I have no problem if one of my opponents make the call. We can definitely battle it out on the flop. This time they tank for a bit, but ultimately make the fold. So we scoop a $70 pot this time. Like I said, no complaint from me. Alrighty, on to the next hand, and the next hand I promise will make it past pre-flop. We have King 9 offsuit in the button. There is an under the gun straddle to $6. Folds all the way to me, and since no one else is showing interest in their hand, I'll go ahead and toss in the $6, and everyone else folds. So it looks like we're going heads up to a flop. I'm really glad I tossed in those $6 when the flop comes out King Ace King. We hit trips right off the bat, very disguised hand. Our opponent leads out for $5 here. When opponents do this usually means they just want to get this hand over with and move on to the next. I want to let my opponent continue bluffing into me. The turn comes out the 7 of diamonds. There is a flush draw that gets on the board now. He leads here for $10 this time, and I mid-click him to 20. I want to raise just a little bit. I don't want to push him off his hand just yet, and he makes the call. River comes out the 5 of diamonds. Pretty bad card as it does complete the flush draw, And to make matters worse, he leads out for $30. So I'm looking at this bet and I'm thinking, damn, did I just let him catch his flush? Did he get there on the river? Did he suck out on me? I'm thinking for a bit. I don't see myself raising here. However, I can't fold either. It would be way too nitty of a fold if I toss my cards in the muck. So I make the call here, hoping that I'm good. And sure enough, my opponent announces jack high and shows the 10 of diamonds. So it looks like he was just trying to represent the flush and push us off our hand. So I'm glad we were able to see through that and make the call. Alrighty, on to the next one. In the final hand of the vlog, we have a $10 PLO double board bomb pot. Sounds like a disaster in the making, huh? And to top it all off, I have Wolfgang and Mariano to my left. Anyways, we get dealt queen of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, 3 of spades. Looking at this hand, it's not really the best hand, but we're gonna see a flop for at least $10 and go from there. There's about 8 or 9 of us to the flop, and the first board comes out the jack of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 8 of hearts. Second board comes out 7 of diamonds, queen of spades, 3 of diamonds. So right off the bat, we hit a straight on the top board with a redraw to an open-ended straight flush draw with any 8 of diamonds or king of diamonds. On top of that, on the bottom board, we have 2 pair with queen 3 and a draw to the queen high flush. So quite a bit of equity here. I toss out $30, hoping to induce an opponent to raise here. Wolfgang makes the call, and so do 2 other opponents. So we're going 4 ways now to a turn. The turn on the first board comes out the jack of hearts, and the turn on the second board is the 6 of clubs. These are 2 pretty bad cards, as on the first board, it's paired now, so any set has improved to a full house. Any jack is definitely coming along. And on the second board, with the 6 of clubs there on the turn, 5-4 has easily improved to a straight. That being said, I want to go with an amount that will discourage any opponent that's drawing to fold, and possibly even hands that I'm chopping with. So I choose to go all in. I'm quickly corrected, however, when I'm told that I can only go pot. And in this case, pot is 205. I put $205 out. Wolfgang quickly goes all in, folds all the way back to me, and I'm pretty much pot committed at this point, and we run out 2 rivers. On the top board, the first river comes out the 10 of clubs, and on the bottom board, it comes out a brick. I don't remember what card exactly it was, but I know it didn't help us in any way. Wolfgang flips over his hand and shows jack 9, queen 7. Pretty brutal, as he flopped 2 pair on the first board, turned a boat, so beating us on that hand. And on the bottom board, he hits a better 2 pair on the flop with queen 7. So that was really nasty, pretty nasty beat down we took there in that final hand. We were up a little, only to lose our entire stack. On top of that, that table broke. I decided to call it a night. Either way, I had a great time chatting it up with everyone at the Lex and Wolf meetup game. On top of that, I was able to meet Mariano, who's a really down-to-earth and all-around pretty cool guy. This ends the vlog, and it's time to head back to the Lone Star State. Alrighty, well, the meetup game is over. Everyone's gone their separate ways, going out to eat, going home, back to their hotel room, whatever it is. We didn't fare very well today. At one point, we were up about 100, 150 bucks. We got convinced to participate in a PLO hand. That's not my forte whatsoever. 4-card PLO hand, and we had a straight on the top board with a draw to the straight flush. And then also the bottom board, we had a draw to the flush. We didn't get there. We went up against Wolfgang, and he got the better of us in that hand. It's all good. It's all for fun and games. I knew that going in, that there was a possibility I would lose my stack, and I sure did. So we are in a huge downswing. Probably need to step away for a bit. That way I can just focus on getting the vlogs out, and then also on top of that, just do a little studying. Usually when I tend to go on downswings like this, I hit the books. Make sure I'm sharpening up my game, making sure my game's tight, so that way I don't have any leaks and don't get exploited, all that good stuff. So I want to make sure that I do my due diligence to play strategically and to play profitably. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the content. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll probably put it around here somewhere. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. All right, here to poker out.